welcome back. We're pissed. Okay, we're pissed because I tried to keep it a little more loose, okay? And then I'm like, man, you know what? Let's at least get an app. Okay, there's an app for that. Let's get an app and let's record professionally. Not professionally, but I mean just something that's like for it, at least for voice recording, for podcasts, what have you. And it only lets me record 15 minutes, and I didn't realize this until recording 15 minutes. So now we have a lost episode. 15 unadulterated minutes I'll never get back. And honestly, quite honestly, think it was good. I think it was pretty good, and now it's gone. It's not gone. If you find it, it's lost. But if you find it, because I couldn't really upload it anywhere, then, you know, good for you. You little scavenger. Okay? You little scavenger, you little scamp. You go and find stuff, don't ya? But nobody's gonna look that hard, because it's not on YouTube. And it's not on Spotify. Which this will be coming to. I'm working on that. It's in the works, okay? It's in the works. But, yeah. Good morning. 6:18. We were up. It was 6 a.m. It was bright and early 6 a.m. and now it's the dark and cold night. The wind is blowing today. The winds of lust are blowing all around us. And you know, that's fine. It was actually like torrentially windy. Does that work? I mean, it's like, yeah, whatever. I'm no fucking meteorologist, but I'll take a look. And it's windy. Torrentially. I was in my car yesterday and it was like looking at the traffic signals like swaying, and I was like, dude, oh man, I so badly want one of those to like just kind of fall on my car. Not like hurt me in any way, because I know the Ford Escape will endure, okay? The 2010 Ford Escape will fucking endure. It'll take that on the fucking chin. But I just kind of want to see what happens, and I want to have an excuse not to go back to my job. And also kind of want to like interact I want to interact with a cop in a way where I'm not in trouble. You know? I want to get to know these local guys a little more, so maybe when I do get in trouble, when I get pulled over, I got a name in the repertoire. Okay, I got a card on file, and he's like, "Hey man, this is so unfortunate. Man, you just call me if anything happens. I'll take care of it." Get out of jail free card. You know, because I deserve a treat. Okay, I'm working for the weekend. I'm grinding. Who else is up at 6 a.m.? I think nobody. I think in my time zone, I'm the first man up. I think I'm the first one. And do I have evidence for that? No. But can I say things like that? Yeah. You know why? Because I'm up. And I'm drinking some Poland Springs. I'm not drinking Deer Park or Zephyr Hills. I always thought it was Zephyrillis when I was down in Florida. Zephyr Hills, I think that's it. Whatever their brand of water is, it's all fucked up. Like, it's all fucked up. If you're drinking Deer Park, you don't have water. You didn't have like a little backup case in your car, so you're in the South and you go to a Buc-ee's and you get the Deer Park. You forego everything else at the Buc-ee's because your job doesn't pay you enough to feel the luxury of Southern comfort, and you get a bottle of Deer Park. Oh. Shit's rough, buddy. Shit's fucking rough. And some guy comes up to you. Hey, buddy, can I be completely honest with you? Red flag number 1. A stranger wants to be completely honest with you. When have you ever wanted to be completely honest with a person you've just walked up to? There's nothing good. There's nothing good that can come up after that. Because it's either they have a problem, or you have a problem and they're going to tell it to you. In which case, they are being completely honest. But it's never that. It's never going to be, hey, buddy, can I be completely honest? Man, your fly's down. Man, let me get that with my teeth. Like, it goes down on you. Everybody sees it in the Buc-ee's parking lot. They're like, hell yeah, that's an American patriot helping out his fellow countrymen. No, it's always, listen, buddy, can I be completely honest? I'm all out of money, and my Peterbilt's parked over there, and I need just a little bit of gas. Brother, I need just a little bit of gas to get home. I am all out of money, and my wallet's right on home. Oh, all that money, I shouldn't have blew it on lot lizards. Quick little addendum. A lot lizard. A lot lizard is a fun little colloquialism for a truck stop hooker. These guys love their hookers, okay? They love them because, you drive a truck, you get a hooker. That's kind of the way things go. You drive a truck, you get a hooker, you pray your company hasn't installed, like, insurance cameras. But they have, and they're watching, and they're getting the worst view. They're getting, like, your ass and your dick and balls going down into this poor, fragile, cracky woman, who's resorted to these horrible ways and subjecting herself to, atrocities unknown by dealing with, like super unshowered men, and just let them have their way. But that's the way of the world, Let's talk about the future. Wait, hold on. Did I have a point? With the stranger being completely honest with you. I love this because I can get so sidetracked and I can say whatever. And then, trying to circle back to something feels impossible, though. But if it's funny, it's funny. So, but yeah. Oh, no, I was just talking about Buc-ee's, people. No, okay. Jamie, can you rewind that? Yeah, okay, I was just talking about the Buc-ee's truck stop people being completely honest with you. Perfect. All right, thank you, Jamie. I have my own Jamie. They're starting to 3D print them now. Back in your cage. Yeah, sorry about that. Maybe I'll cut that out, but you guys should know that he is learning his lesson. So I don't think I will. But yeah, we got BioShock. We got BioShock Remastered. We got BioShock 2 Remastered. And we got BioShock Infinite. Now, this is something that I spoke on the last episode, where I was up, I couldn't sleep, so I was looking up the endings for BioShock Infinite, because I just remember, I didn't remember it all the way. I remember the very ending scene, but I remember it moved me, it really made me feel something, and I watched it again. I was sad. I was happy, but I was sad, sad that game will never really get a sequel, although it didn't need one. It's purely off of vibes. It was so just kind of wonderful. I love that game. And then you go on YouTube and you look up BioShock Infinite for the ending, and you find hour-long videos on why I think this game is not as good as it should have been, or something like that, or how I would have fixed this game. And you alright, I get what I'm doing is, the white guy making a podcast. But as a man, if you spend an hour on a game that you, like, personally think is average, like an hour. You write a script, you get your little Fiverr editor to put together some crazy effects and blur the background while you have a little text blurb on screen or little graphics of the characters, and you pay them whatever what have you per minute, and you make an hour-long video about a game you think is average, then I don't respect you. I mean, you know, that's just a me thing, I think. But how I feel about it, because I love this game, and I don't care that it wasn't perfect, is, like, I feel like it's the same as, like, some, like, schlubby 39-year-old British man walking up to me and my little bastard boy at a playground. And he, like, sits on the bench next to me, and he does a big, when he sits down. And we're both just kind of, like, staring, and I wave to my son, I say, hey, buddy. Hey, Thraken. That's what I'm going to name my son. I'm going to give him a cool-ass Viking name and a Mexican last name. Or, I think it's just Hispanic last names, because I already have a slightly Hispanic last name, but I want to give him even, like, Espinoza. So his name, my son Thraken Espinoza, is going to be swinging on the monkey bars, and on the last one he kind of fumbles. And this schlubby British guy is going to just kind of rub his hand across his tummy, his big tummy full with gamer snacks, and he's going to go, yeah, your son's not really good at sliding down the slide, is he? Or yeah, he messed up that last one on the monkey bars. Well, I think he's actually quite good at climbing up the little faux rock wall there and spinning the little blocks that spill out ABC and tic-tac-toe and all that. But yes, he's not quite good at those monkey bars of the slide now, is he? And me and my son, my big strong son, who's going to be so big, and I'm going to feed him a bunch of supplements and creatine, he's going to hear this. I'm obviously going to hear this because he's right next to me. And I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to, like, grab his whole face and, like, bend it backwards and break his neck in one swift movement. And my son's going to start, like, kicking the shit out of him, punching him in his gut, like punching a hole through his gut and pulling out entrails and stuff. And all the little kids are gonna, like, gather around at the park, and they're gonna be like, yay, the fat man's dead. And they're gonna dance in a little circle around him. And I'm gonna look at my son, and I'll be proud, and I'll be happy. I'm looking at BioShock Infinite, and I'm happy. Do I care that it's not perfect? Not really. Because fucking vibes, man. I'm a strongly opinionated person, and I think thumb things. I think thumb things can be good, and thumb things can be bad, and thumb things can have good and bad aspects. But I know, shocker. That's a crazy. Oh, you can't say that. Listen, in today's America, you can't say that. But I don't know, man. When it comes to like shit like this, I either enjoy it or I don't. Like, I don't know. Video games are art, and if you don't think so, you're kind of dumb, because it's pretty like encapsulated in everything that a game is, where it's like the audio, visual, everything about it. It's multiple mediums of art combined very skillfully, and to want to critique it all is very natural. God knows I have. But where am I going with this? Oh, right. I hate British people. I hate them. Stay away from me. Every time I've interacted with a British person in real life, like, I don't know how they find their way around here. First of all, get out. We're not New York. We're not California. We're not a big city. Get out. Go to where you've seen it on TV. You haven't seen where I'm at on TV. Get out. Every time I've interacted with them, it's always bad. And every one of the 3 times I've interacted with an Australian, it's been good. You know why? Because that's God's country. Australia is if Florida was a country, and Florida is if Australia was a state. And both of those places are like, they're the closest to hell and closest to heaven simultaneously. And I think that's a wonderful little thing. I think that's a good place. However, Britain is just this, like, soggy shithole. Yeah, there's nice places in Britain. And yeah, if you're British and you're watching this, you're probably a nice person. Stay there. Don't come to where I'm at, but I'm not gonna tell you. I'm just gonna wait. And if you step off that boat, I'm gonna talk shit. And also, don't review games. Because nobody can listen to your voice for an hour anyway, you know? Unless you're internet historian. Or David Attenborough. See, you know, I know British people. I know British culture. What ends you from, Brev? Brev, yeah, Castillo. Brev, it's not going, is it, Brev? In it, Brev. You know? I know British guys. Get out. Get out of where I'm at. Go to New York. Go to California. If you're hearing this and you're in a locale where you shouldn't be, imagine a British person in Tennessee. Don't imagine that. I feel like that would hurt. I feel like that would hurt you. I feel like it would hurt me. But imagine that. Wouldn't that just suck? Wouldn't that shit just suck? You see one, he's like, hello. Can you show me where to get some soggy peas? And your country fried ass looks at him and goes, we ain't got nothing for you. Best go back the way you came. Yeah, but I just took a flight in. I just took a flight over here and wanted to see the country, yeah? Wanted to see the countryside, the beautiful farmland, yeah? Pet a cow or something, yeah? No, that's... I mean, you know, we're all colonizers and we're all living on stolen land, and that's lit. But, like, you know, get out. I am more concerned with a British person here than I am with an illegal immigrant. I'm more concerned with a British person here on holiday. Or an English person. Did I say British? English? I'm from the UK. I'm from Britain. I'm from London. I'm from Birmingham. On the Peaky fucking Blinders. Imagine a Peaky Blinder in the South. That won't go well. That's probably the next season. Tommy Shelby, you gotta go to New Orleans. They're having parties down there and you need to be supplying them with guns. No emissions with the Peaky Blinders. And they're just doing their thing. But now they're in New Orleans. Now they're in New Orleans. Yeah. Where was I going with that? I don't know. I think I made my point. Get out if you're British. Or go to, what is it? New York or California. They want you. Or Texas. Texas wants you. But yeah. Let's talk about the future, you know? What's the future of this? This is another thing I talked about in the last episode, where the future of this, it's looking so bright. I gotta wear shades, baby. It's looking a little fucking bright, okay? We're gonna fucking, we're gonna have guests on. We're gonna have an intro soon, okay? You know how cool that is? It's gonna have drum and bass at the same time. You could never picture that in your simple little mind. drum and bass music, cool ass avatars. Mine is cool, my friend's is cooler. Speaking of friends, he's gonna be on the cast. And I think I'm gonna have episodes where I'm just talking at you guys, because I like this, I really do. Even if I'm actually like shouting into the void, or it's just my friends listening. Shout out friends, what up friends? You know, I think that like me and a buddy bouncing game off each other is really funny, because it just is. I remember there was this one day where I don't even know what it was. It was like a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and a very good friend of ours made wonderful little edibles, and they were the most potent I've ever had, like, that weren't from some sort of facility. And it was this banana bread, and this fabled banana bread, hoodogge, that stuff was crazy. And I remember me and this friend, who we'll have on the podcast, sat there and we yapped for 30 something minutes. I remember none of it. But the only sober person in the room said it was the funniest conversation she had ever heard. Which, you know, I'll take it, you know. So I think we're locked in like that, and there's bound to be disagreements, we're bound to be fighting, there's gonna be infighting, tragedy. I'm gonna join the podcast one day, and I'm gonna be like, he's not joining us for a little while. We're going through some stuff. It's alright. No need to feel bad, but do leave 20 sympathetic comments towards me. If you take his side, I'll be pissed. I'll explain the situation, but it'll be super skewed, and it'll be in my favor, and we'll be going through some stuff. There's gonna be drama. This is Gen Z soap opera, because as much as I hate to admit it, I'm Gen Z. That makes no sense to me, because I don't feel like it, but I also, like, you know, I'll be labeled as Gen Z begrudgingly, if it means that I don't have to be labeled as millennial, because millennials brought us stuff like BuzzFeed and finger mustaches and stuff like that. So we'll just put that we'll put those negative thoughts out of our head right now. I feel like that's similar to talking about, you know, some of the tragedies of World War II, or the dark American history of slavery. What the millennials have done for us is akin to that, and I'll stand on that. But yeah, very exciting stuff. We'll have new peoples. Thinking about, I don't know the logistics of this, because I am like, what's like further than free balling it? My balls are to the wall here. 20 balls to 10 walls here. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'd love to have like a UFO sighting call in, or like cryptid watch. We're gonna have a little cryptid watch segment. And I think that would be fun. I think this is just about fun. This is just about fun and laugh and giggle and smile, and I love doing this. I love it. It's the first thing that's gotten my little testes in a tingle for quite some time. Something that I'm excited to do. It's something that I'll probably burn out of quickly, because I'm releasing these very, like, one after another. So maybe I'll savor this one. Maybe I'll let you guys soak in the last episode, and just have these kind of on standby, which would be nice if my phone had more fucking storage. But I can always go to the Genius Bar. And get a little bit more storage. You want to know what they called me at the Genius Bar? You want to know what they called me? They called me a word I can't repeat here, so I'm not gonna. But just know it was that one. Whatever one you're thinking of, it was that one. And they called it to me. They shouted it out across the room in the worst possible way. The worst possible way to say the worst possible word, and they said it at me. They said, "Hey, blank, get the fuck out. We're not fixing your phone, you sick fuck." That was similar to the experience I had there. I brought my phone in to get it fixed, and they told me, looks like this bad boy has a third-party screen. Looks like your phone has a third-party screen. So, sign this, and if we break your screen, it's on you. And they took my phone to the back. And they gave it to their chimpanzee, their genius chimpanzee, and they go, "Okay, Kokomo. Okay, pineapple sherbet, Kokomo. Do your best." And this chimpanzee looks at my phone, and he sees himself in it. He sees what he could be. So much more than a just backdoor Genius Bar monkey. And then he realizes that they'll never let him go. They'll never let him spread his wings. And he fucking slams my phone. And the whole front is cracked. And this condescending fuck walks out, my broken phone in hand, and goes, "We were unable to do the repair. And the phone is damaged beyond repair now. So our cheapest models start at $400. And I was in awe. Because at the Genius Bar, they treat you like they are. They treat you like somebody who reads all the terms and conditions, because it's legally binding. Once you tap that little "I agree" button, they treat you like someone who has a good head on their shoulders. And I'm not that. So stop treating me like that. I'm fucking manic, man. I got 3 hours of sleep. I'm ready to bite somebody's head off because my phone screen is broken. And instead of going to the little kiosk and paying $40, I paid $80 for them to destroy my phone. And then they refunded the $80 into the new phone that I had to buy for $429. And what do you do with that, you know? What do you do with that besides slander every employee who's ever worked there? And I doxed them all. And they were swiftly brought down because each and every one of them were harboring a fugitive. That chimpanzee actually was a fugitive. He did some if I describe what that chimpanzee did, let's just say 7 children lost their fingers to that chimpanzee. And I'll speak no more on that. This is a topic that is hazardous to my health, and I will no longer speak on it. But yeah, they're all in jail now. And the monkey, they actually freed the monkey. They pardoned him for time served. So he's out there with his little Genius Bar outfit on, and he's got like a little pinwheel hat, and yeah, he's killed and will kill again. Speaking of that, we have a sponsor today. Can you believe this? Dude, 3 episodes in and we already have a sponsor. Let's see. They left us a little note. They said just read it exactly how it is or spice it up a little bit. So let's just run through it the first time. And maybe, you know what, this is like bonus content. I'll like leave it in if it sounds good. Okay. This episode of Smilecorpcast is sponsored by Iron Horse Guitar Strings, the only guitar strings used by Richard Ramirez. Is that the Night Stalker? Richard Ramirez, right? Is it? The only guitar strings used by Richard Ramirez, 37 confirmed kills and counting. I don't even know if that's accurate, but did he use them to kill, or did he use them on a guitar? I fucking buffed it, dude. They're not gonna pay me. They're not gonna fucking pay me, man. Oh, fuck. I fucking blew it, dude. Oh. And that's all my money, man. I'm not gonna make anything. All these guys aren't gonna pay me. Fuck. I should have just endorsed the Night Stalker. God damn it, dude. I can't do anything right. And that's the theme for today's episode. Not doing anything right. Not because you can't, but because you won't. Yeah. Smooth like a cool cigarette. If you know somebody that smokes cool cigarettes, help them. Give them a Lucky Strike. It's not much better, but it's better than Cools. I might be reaching. That might be not my audience, but I don't know what my audience is. I think it's probably gonna be people around my age, That's the boring answer. But I would love to be listened to by the silent generation. And it's exclusively nursing homes they play me at, and people get angry, but then there's their one old guy that's this kid's got a good head on his shoulders, which I don't. If you're listening, Bernie, I don't have a good head on my shoulders. I'm not a young spry whippersnapper. I don't have an old soul. I'm all fucked up, and it's your fault. And claim me, because I'm your illegitimate child. Illegitimate is the word of the day. Illegitimate child. Bernie, come claim me. I'm your illegitimate child. Oh no, my thing fell. Whatever shall I do? It's about 6:49. We started talking at 6. And I'm starting to slow to a crawl here. I got all worked up talking about British people in the Apple Bar. So I think we're gonna close her out. Like and subscribe. Do I have to say that now? Yeah. 'Cause every time you tap that like button, I have an implant in my head that gives me a little dopamine rush. And so far, it's happened once at work, and they had to call a doctor because I was spazzing out on the floor because I was so happy. I was so happy to be there. And then once again during therapy, where I was really I was really bearing my soul, and I think it's the first time I felt comfortable enough to open up. And it was a very sad, somber moment. And I just started looking my therapist in the face and going, I'm so happy, hooray, hooray, I'm so happy, yay, hooray. And it really jammed things up. But I want to do it more. I want to get to the point where I'm never not feeling happy from my implant. My implant is wonderful. This episode of Smilecorpcast is sponsored by my implant. It makes me happy every time you like it. Like and subscribe. I love you all.